Hello friends, I am Dr. Syed Khadiruddin Chishti and I am teaching physics to BSc third year students. My today's topic is black body radiation. Now what is a black body? A black body is a body which absorbs 100% of the energy which is incident on it. Means a body which absorbs the 100% of the incident radiation. That body is called as the black body. Suppose this is a body and radiations are allowed to fall, then it absorbs 100% of the energy, is called as the perfectly black body. But in nature no bodies are perfectly black. Therefore the Fairy has demonstrated an artificially perfectly black body which consists of a hollow sphere whose inner side is coated with the lamp black, because the lamp black absorbs the 96 to 98% of the incident energy. So in case of a black body, what is a black body? For which the coefficient of absorption is equal to 1, means a perfectly black body which absorbs the 100% of the energy, A is equal to 1, and it emits the energy, that is coefficient of emission is also is equal to 1. So a black body is that when that black body is heated, it emits the more radiation per unit area than any another body. The ordinary body will radiate the thermal radiations, but at a given temperature, at a particular temperature, the black body will radiate the more and more energy per unit area of all the wavelengths. So how we can understand the black body radiation? For this purpose, the Lumer and Pringsheim has designed some simple apparatus with the help of which we can understand the black body radiation. The first radiations are allowed to fall on a mirror M1. Here there is radiations coming out from the black body, and these radiations are allowed to fall on the mirror M1 through the slit S1. Then these radiations are reflected by this concave mirror towards a prism which is known as the rock salt prism or fluorospar prism, which is kept on a rotating table of a spectrometer. Rotating table of the spectrometer means you can rotate this prism, and after refraction from the prism, the radiations are allowed to fall on the second concave mirror M2. This concave mirror M2 will transfer the radiations to the slit S2, and this slit S2 to the bolometer. In the bolometer there is galvanometer, and the galvanometer will record the readings, and it will show how much radiations are coming out from the M2. Now what is the procedure? This is the experimental setup. In this setup there are two mirrors M1 and M2, and there is a rotating table, and on this rotating table there is a prism of rock salt, and the radiations are coming from the black body. Black body radiations are allowed to incident on the mirror M1. Okay, these radiations are then reflected to the prism, and the refracted rays will go to the concave mirror M2, and from M2 to the bolometer, where the galvanometer will record the readings. Now procedure is that I am slowly rotating this prism so that all the parts, all the wavelengths or the different radiations can be diverted towards the mirror M2, and this mirror M2 will divert the radiations towards the bolometer, and the deflection in the galvanometer is recorded. So this is a very simple experiment for the black body radiations. Now what we are doing, we are plotting a graph of the emissive power versus the wavelength for the different temperatures. The first curve is nearly at 1600 degree Kelvin temperature. We are keeping the temperature constant of a black body, and we are studying about the emissive power and the wavelength. So we will get such type of curve that at a particular wavelength here, at a particular wavelength known as the lambda maximum. At this wavelength, the emissive power is more, highest emissive power for this curve, for one curve. Now, if the temperature of the black body decreases up to 1400 degree Kelvin, suppose this temperature is T2, and if I study the radiations using the Lumor experiment, then I will get this type of curve. In these two curves, you can see that the wavelength maximum emissive power is getting at some higher wavelength. It means that as the temperature of the black body decreases, the maximum emissive power, the wavelength will get shifted towards the longer side. As the temperature decreases, the maximum emissive power, that is the maximum radiation, wavelength will decrease towards the longer side. In other words, we can say that as the temperature decreases, the wavelength increases. We can also see the third temperature. If the black body is at nearly 1200 degree Kelvin, then again peak is at some different position. These peaks are not coinciding peaks, not like this. They are not coinciding. So the peak will move, that is the maximum radiation wavelength will move towards the higher wavelength side. It means that the temperature of the black body and the wavelength, maximum wavelength, are inversely proportional to each other. Therefore, we can say that the product of the maximum wavelength and the temperature is constant, and this law is known as the Ven's law. That is, the increase in temperature causes the decrease in wavelength, that is lambda m into T is constant, and it is known as the Ven's displacement law. Ven's displacement law. You can see from these graphs. These graphs are known as the black body radiations graph. Now, what are the results from the experiments? At a given temperature, energy is not uniformly distributed. In the black body radiation, at a given temperature, energy is not uniformly distributed. Then at a given temperature, heat radiations increases with the increase in wavelength. Heat radiations increases with the increase in wavelength. This is the second result which we obtained from the Lumor experiment. Now third, the increase in the temperature causes the increase in the emission for all wavelengths. Increase in temperature causes increase in the emission for all wavelengths. And fourth one is the Ven's law, that is the product of lambda maximum and temperature is constant. So these types of radiations are studied for the black body radiations. Thank you.